Merry Christmas, you guys. I am especially happy to see you today. Oh, I love this holiday. I'm not even Catholic and I still love this. I'm not even Christian and I love this holiday. But still, Merry Christmas and Merry life, you know. If you don't celebrate it, I still hope you have a nice time of the year, a nice holiday. Maybe you celebrate something else. I've been quite busy, quite, you know, in a rush all the time during these 2 weeks because of Christmas. But still, I'm so happy that this is happening. I'm very happy. I hope you are too. So this was kind of a spoiler. I haven't done much this week. I tried, but I did one big project. I decided, I prioritized. And I decided that of all the Christmas projects, I have one. I finished everything except one, my Krampus cross stitch. And I decided that this is what I'm going to do. And for several days in a row, whenever I had free time, I didn't knit, I didn't crochet, I just worked on my Krampus. And it was worth it because look, you can see that it's Krampus, you can recognize it. I still have a frame to do around him, the lettering, the name Krampus underneath, but you can already get the idea, and that's why I think I'm going to somewhat, to make this all prettier a little bit, and I will display it somewhere, because this was the idea. I wanted a Krampus for Christmas, and here it is. And yes, it's not ready, but it is already Krampus. It's not a finished project yet, but it's Krampus, and he deserves to be with us this Christmas. So this is a pattern by the Witch's Stitcher, and it's one of my favorite cross-stitch designers. I found them on Instagram, and I found them around Halloween. Not this Halloween, a couple of years ago. And I liked these patterns because they are all spooky, creepy. Everything on the Witch's Stitcher website is creepy, spooky, and, you know, it's a theme. It's a theme. But this is what I loved. I found something for Christmas. Maybe it was the trick or treat cross stitch I showed you. But then when I visited the website, I understood how for any holiday or for any day, if you're not celebrating holidays, you have this kind of stuff. Not only for Halloween, for every holiday, even Easter. I dare you, go look what's for Easter, what's made for Easter there. It's gorgeous. And if you like this kind of if you are a witch like me, if you like this kind of stuff, there is, I don't know, there are pumpkins, there are Krampuses, there is Edgar Allan Poe, there are ravens, there is dark stuff. And it's all so exquisitely gorgeous that whenever I have extra few dollars, if I'm not mistaken, not euros, I think. Yes, I think it's an American brand. I might be mistaken. I remember that I paid in dollars, but to be honest, I'm not sure. Whenever I have an extra penny, I go online and I buy something creepy. I'm a very slow cross stitcher, you know it, and it takes me. It takes all my power to finish a cross stitch. But these cross stitches, they are not too big. Maybe partly that's why I can do them. And the second reason is they are so gorgeous that no matter the time I spend on them, it is worth it. So once again, Krampus by the Witch's Stitcher. I'm sure they are on Instagram, maybe other social media also. Okay, the next is the elephant in the room, and this is my, give me a moment, Betty and Judy Lodge sweater. Betty and Judy Lodge sweater by Poison Girls. Poison Girls, I'm sorry, Poison Girls. I made it maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I love it so much. Sometimes if I'm not wearing it, I just put it somewhere so that you can see it, you know, because it's Christmas in the form of a sweater. If I was making it now, I would choose different colors for me. I would probably choose some kind of a burgundy red, maybe a darker green, because I think now on the screen it seems okay, more or less, but in real life it's brighter and lighter. Excuse me. I would choose some kind of an off-white yarn for the yoke. So I would do things differently. Plus, I don't think that's my style. It's a 40th silhouette, and I'm not sure. It's tight fit, it's this waist. I don't know, maybe I just don't like it at the moment. Maybe I think it doesn't suit me because I don't like the silhouette and the idea on me. But if I find someone who would like this sweater, I would definitely present it to them. If it fits them better than me, you know, because otherwise I love it. The pattern was easy to make. It was clear. Everything was clear. It was just a joyful time for me. It has this puffy sleeves. They're not too puffy right now. I didn't like fluff them up. And this is one of the details I don't like on myself. It doesn't fit me. But in general, I bought this pattern because it's so gorgeous that even though it doesn't suit me, I wanted it. Yes, and it's not like a complete beginner level, but it's not very complicated. You know, probably the most difficult things are this ferrule or intarsia, I can't remember, and maybe this fluff on the sleeves. But they are just increases, you know, so maybe not that difficult. Yes, the sweater is gorgeous. Totally recommend if you are looking for something, you know, to make during Christmas. I think this is perfect. You are looking at Christmas around you, and you are looking at Christmas on your needles. Perfect. It has a yoke. It's just a white yoke. All the other sweater is red, and it has a beautiful, exquisite detail on the back. It's a drop-shaped, I don't know, buttonhole, and to fit the head into the collar, you need the button. So it's a drop-shaped hole there, and it adds something. It adds the 40s, you know. It adds the 40s. It fits it. Okay, now to my, wanted to say fiasco. It's not a complete fiasco, but I don't have a lot of knitting. So the first whip is this sock. I showed you just the beginning last time, just the cuff, the beginning of the cuff. Now it's, you know, 2/3 of a sock, so it's going okay. And look at these stripes. I'm loving them. And you know, I'm knitting and testing my theory. I told you last time that stripes help speed up the knitting a little bit, and it still works, you know. Even now it's a game like, you know, blue, okay, I'll remember, I will not look, I'll remember what stripe is the next. And then it's, yes, it's red, yes, I remembered. Or, damn, I forgot, no, there is a green after blue and then red. You know, so it works for all levels. Totally recommend to use it. And the second sock, the second project is also a sock. The second sock is also in process. It's, oh, something stuck. I showed you one sock last time. It's already ready already. It's already ready. So this is the second one. As you can see, I have to finish the cuff. And you know what? Another hack for beginner sock knitters. Use thicker needles and thicker yarn. After this fine yarn and 2mm needles, when I took this slightly bigger yarn and two 275mm needles, it goes so fast. I cannot imagine what happens if you take 3 or 3.5mm needles. I think you will never have a problem again. Just a thick yarn and a bigger needle. That's all you need. It goes smoothly, it goes fast, and if you also have stripes, every stripe is like a challenge. It's a fast challenge. You make it, you win. And you win like 7 times while you, no, 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. 11 times, because I have 11 stripes here. You win 11 times while you knit this sock. Who could not like that? So this is going, and I'm afraid to say I have only one more whip, and that's all. This is my winter rain cardigan by Drops. And do you want to know why I still just have a collar and there's kind of the same amount of collar as it was the last time? Because I did something wrong and I had to unravel. And this pattern on the Drops website is not friendly. I can't say it's bad. I can't say it's completely, you know, completely useless. But not for beginners. Definitely not for beginners. And there are things like, well, I think we are all already used to reading the whole pattern and then starting knitting, right? Because we know that we need to know some things before. But here, it's kind of, it may be even more so than in other patterns I met. It's a lot of, you know, go to page 3, then go to page 1, then return to page 3, but not in the beginning, but in the end. It's, that's why I had to unravel it. There was one mistake that I made. And there was one, I can't say mistake, but it was an unpleasantry. You know, there are pleasantries, and here in this pattern are unpleasantries. Yes, why I had to come back. Because it's, you know, I did read the whole pattern and then started knitting, but you can't remember, you know, all the details, and I forgot one detail and I had to go back. So again, winter rain cardigan, a nice pattern, but definitely not for beginners. And I'm afraid to say that's all the knitting I did, but to be honest, I did spend a lot of time on Krampus. It doesn't seem a lot, maybe. For me, it seems a lot. It looks a lot. It looks like a lot. But maybe for more professional cross stitches, it's stitchers, it would take them much less time. But you know, I'm a beginner, I'm a slow cross stitcher, and that's why all my time was consumed by Krampus. Sorry. I'm still reading the Court of Shadows. I looked it up, Court of Shadows, but I've read maybe, I don't know, 3 pages because it's in Finnish and I'm in a hurry. You know, everything is just too much. It's been too much this week, so it's not happening. But we watched, my husband and I watched Heretic yesterday. I cannot say anything bad. I can say a lot of good things. I can't say I loved this film. It's not my cup of tea. No, on the one hand it is, because I love the spookiness, I love the theme of religion in films, I love this, well, someone trapped in the basement kind of film. I like it. There are a lot of genius things, films of this genre, so I love it. But this film was just, you know, I'm glad that I watched it. I will probably never watch it again, or maybe someday, not on purpose, you know, accidentally, maybe. It's good. Another thing, I don't know, maybe it's not a book section today, but a cultural, I don't know, education or cultural experiences this week. Not literature, but something else. As I've told you many times, I moved to Finland, and there is a tradition in Finland to go and sing songs in the church around Christmas. They are usually Christmas songs, not like all of them, but most of them are Christmas songs. And there is usually a band or some musicians or an organist, it depends on the church, and someone who sings professionally, a singer. But all the people who come sing too. It's not a mass, it's not a kind of a, I don't know, a church happening of any kind. It's just people singing songs. And since I moved to Finland, I've been wanting to try it. And yesterday, finally, I didn't miss the date when they were, when it was organized, and my husband and I went to the nearest church and sang. Well, we mostly listened because I knew only one song, Silent Night, in Finnish. Thankfully, there were some papers with words, so I can sing together with everyone in Finnish. It's something. But all the other songs were new, and I took this list, this kind of a menu of songs with me. So I have a plan for this year to kind of learn most of these songs. Maybe not the words, the lyrics by heart, but to familiarize myself with them, to be able to sing them next year, because it's fun. You know, when you're just listening, it's a little boring. It's very nice, but a little boring. But when you are singing, it's, you know, this is my definition of Christmas, actually. I noticed that the Finnish people, the Finns, first of all, they mostly say, have a peaceful Christmas. Not Merry Christmas, but peaceful Christmas. And second of all, you can feel it, you know, you go outside and you feel how peaceful this time of the year is. It's quiet, it's beautiful. Well, actually, this year it's raining right now, so I'm not sure, but usually it's the snow is everywhere, it's soft, you know, it's a really peaceful and beautiful time. So I am kind of this is the part that I like the most, and this is the part that I personally celebrate, you know. No matter what's going on in the world, taking a day and being peaceful on that day. It's a beautiful concept, you know. So all my presents for my husband are under the tree. I haven't seen my presents yet. I think we'll wait until the evening, maybe have a little I don't know, a festive dinner, a glass of champagne, and unwrap the presents, maybe something like that. Oh guys, I want to thank you as always, but I want to remind you that maybe when you are the audience, when you are observers, when you are not the bloggers, the makers, maybe you hear it like something that I have to say. Like everyone says thank you, I'll say thank you. Please know that it's not true. Every time when I say thank you, I mean it. Because every time when I see that someone watched my video, someone left a comment, someone shared my video with someone, that makes me happy, that makes me closer to my dream. And you are making this happen. You are helping make my dream come true. Can you believe it? How can I be not grateful for this? Thank you for being with me this whole year. Well, I started just recently, so not a whole year, but the part of the year that you have been with me. Thank you for that. I hope you have a very nice Christmas. If you don't celebrate, have a very nice day. Have whoever you want near you on this day. If that's just you, don't open the door to anyone. Be with yourself. I have spent such Christmases, at least one, maybe two in my life, and at that point it was perfect to spend Christmas alone. It was perfect because I needed that. Now I would choose it differently, but we are all in different situations, right? So be healthy, be happy. Please make time for knitting. Please make time for knitting. It's so good to knit. Please, please. Let someone else finish cooking. Go knit 10 minutes, 15 minutes before Christmas. You will thank yourself for that. Happy New Year if you're watching me a little bit later. I hope you had a nice year. I hope you reflected on this year. I hope you remember the good things. I hope you analyze the bad things to not repeat them in the next. I love you. Thank you 1,000 more times. Happy holidays.